3, 2, 1, and we're live! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela with another edition of Notes on the News, where I share with you headlines from my news feed, and on occasion, sometimes I might, every once in a while, share with you some of my thoughts and ideas and perspectives on those headlines, or on the article if I read it or skimmed it, or on the subject matter in general, or just whatever happens to come up. But it's not news. It's just my notes on the news. I'm Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of those other wonderful things that you wonderful people are doing. We're working on 1,000 subscribers. Yay! Okay, before we proceed with the notes on the news feed, let's check out what the Buddha had to say today. The Buddha didn't say it today, but you know the daily words of the Buddha. One who drinks deep the Dhamma. Hey, Miss Rowdy Chica. One who drinks deep the Dhamma lives happily with a tranquil mind. The wise one ever delights in the Dhamma, made known by the noble one. Okay. So I guess if you're studying and doing the right things, you're going to have a peaceful mind and be happy and be delightful. All of that other good stuff. All right. Okay, let's see what's on the news feed. What's new and good? What's exciting? What's going on in your life right now? What's your good news? You come in with the good news to share? What's going on with you personally? Drop it in the comments. Some good news going on with your family. Some good news with your community. Some good news in the world. What's the good news? What is the good news? Y'all, this lamp is worrisome. Oh, maybe I should move it over here. Studying hard. That's good news, I guess. I mean, it's good. I mean, that's good. Yeah, that's good news. Okay, yeah. I can't even qualify that. It's good news to me that you're studying hard. That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Yay. Hello, prima donna. We're giving unlimited hand claps to Rowdy Chica 59 for studying hard. Yes. All right. So the point of this is to give us a survey, not for us to get like all in depth on every single story, but just to get a general sense of what's going on in the world. Let's proceed. Philadelphia Starbucks worker says manager was racist. She always found a reason to kick black people out. What? I'm shocked. You mean this wasn't an isolated incident for her individually? Huh. I'm so surprised. Did it? Yay. More claps for Rowdy Chica. I'm so surprised. Not. Scorpion, that's probably her. That's her nature. SSDD. Same stuff, different day. I'm all yelling and mad. I got a little bit of a headache. I've been getting up early. Tomorrow I got to get up early too. So it's like my system is kind of like, what you mean 5? That's 5 hours too early. Black student, and my body can do it for like a day. And today is kind of like, what's up? Black student called slave and taunted with Confederate flag at Michigan school. That's right, in my neighborhood. I don't know. I tried to click the article to see what school it was. Now this dog is back here. Thank you. Because we need you, girl. We need you, sister. Get out there and study and learn. Add some value to yourself so you can add some more value to the rest of us. Okay. A woman says a line of pickup trucks displaying racist Confederate flags surrounded the school in an attempt to bully her grandson. Lahoma Buckley, Bay City Western. I don't really know where Bay City is exactly. I've heard of it, but I don't know where it is. A predominantly white high school. They've been teasing him with the Confederate flag and calling him racist slurs. This kid stuck the flag under his nose and said, somebody gave me $5 to show this to you. Before that, another one said, the slaves have feelings, and then used his name and said, you know, his name don't have feelings. What is wrong with these, I'm using the word loosely, people? They crazy. Accusations of harassment. This week, a number of pickup trucks started rolling off campus with different Confederate flags hanging and waving on the back. The flag does not stand for the Confederacy. It stands for the racism. The Confederacy wasn't, well, I guess it wasn't just limited to racism. It was racism, the enslavement of people, the exploitation of people. We could probably go on and on. Okay. It's been relentless. He plays for the football team. The football team has been calling him racist slurs. The mayor takes his side. The mayor, Lee Kilburn, said they are monitoring the situation. Well, hallelujah. They monitoring the situation. Okay. They're doing their legal constitutional duty. Okay. Don't do what's right. Do what's legal and constitutional. Okay. I'm not saying I'm supporting it, for or against it, but people in this country have to start realizing we have to tolerate all people's views. Okay, my headache is getting worse. Let me leave this story alone. Enjoy the HBCU experience during SpringComing in NYC. SpringComing like homecoming. Apparently, it's 4 years old. I've never been, never heard of it. It was probably 2001 when I left New York, so all of this stuff is new to me. I didn't even know SpringComing existed. I guess it's like a celebration of HBCU culture in New York. Has anybody been? What's up with SpringComing? Is it like where everybody who's in New York who went to an HBCU get together? I don't know. It seemed like when I was in college, we had like a certain, well, I shouldn't say we because I wasn't an HBCU student, but my best friend at the time, see, she went to a HBCU. So I was like on the circuit with her. So it seemed like we would go to like Howard's homecoming, Freaknik in Atlanta. I think it was in Atlanta. We go to New Orleans and you see like the same people everywhere. You know, it'd be different people because you want to mix and mingle. Look at me, mix and mingle. Because you want to mix and mingle, but, you know, it was like, so I don't know, is SpringComing on that circuit? Is that something for like college, you know, younger people? Or is it like something like where like, yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know when the last time is that I've been to a party and there is somebody on this street here who does like DJ music and all of this stuff. And they say they do it every Friday. And like grown-up adult people have mentioned it to me. And they say that it's good. And I'm like, it's right. It's not like, it's the same block as me, but one street over. So it's not on my street. But I kind of like, you know, I feel like I need to. And I like to party, but I stopped going to parties because you come home. Well, I used to. You come home and you smell like smoke. Your hair smell, I ain't got no hair now, but your hair smell like smoke. Your bra and panties smell like smoke. And then smoking became illegal, but by then I had already, or in a lot of public places, people don't smoke anymore, right? But I had kind of like broken the habit. And then I'm such a like recluse, you know? You know, sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to go out. But anyway, Cuba's Raul Castro hands over power to Miguel Diaz-Canel. So it's, yeah, yesterday we heard, yesterday I heard about the person. Today he done got the power. Now Raul Castro, of course, is Castro's brother, right? I can't even remember Castro's first name, but y'all know Castro, who was part of the Cuban Revolution. His brother, I think, had taken control when Castro made his transition. His brother took over. But you know, now I guess I don't know. Was this person elected? Was he selected? Who is he? What's the story? I'm gonna keep my eyes open. MoviePass's finances show that it might be too good to be true. Now it's a startup. A lot of times these you know, these companies, their business model is not necessarily sustainable on the front end, and they kind of jump in and try to get people, and then once they have a bunch of, like Facebook, once they got a bunch of people, they figured out different ways to sell us to the people for them to make money. So they like, oh, Cambridge Analytica, you want to come in and get all that information? Well, I got 8 million people, however many. Facebook got way more, however many they got. They like, come on in here. And people are like, yes, I'll pay you for that. So, you know, me sharing a picture ain't making them no money. They making money, you know. So MoviePass, they're trying to figure out how to make money, like restaurant deals, you know, like, you know, whatever. They trying to figure out how to make money on the back end. They just trying to get a whole bunch of people that they can be like, hey, S. Wiseman. They just trying to get a whole bunch of people so they can be like, we got 8 million subscribers. So what you gonna give me, you know? So I don't even really know what the article is about, but I don't know why they, you know, that's like a typical business model. I mean, some people make a business plan, like, you know, and have a plan and know how they're going to make their money. But a lot of people just jump in and try to figure that stuff out as they go. They know they want to get a bunch of people. Mkchelle says she's willing to perform in a wheelchair following illegal butt injection removal. Okay. Well, I hope she heals well. I haven't really been following this the situation, the story much. I guess the last I heard, she was she on the doctor saying she was gonna get the butt taken? Well, I guess the last time I really paid attention, I'm like, her butt looks like extra big, and she had the implants. So, you know, I'm like, she did that. You know, I'm not saying if your butt is naturally that, but I'm like, dang, you know, it's just like when someone is like really heavy chested, you know, I don't know if she had the surgery a while back. I thought she was planning to do it at the beginning of the year. I think that's what I heard. But then it seemed like here recently, like I saw something on Straight from the A, like I see these headlines popping up. So it seemed like it's still something going on. I just haven't bothered to click on any articles because I guess I just didn't care enough. I mean, you know, like, I wish you well, sis. I hope you figure it out, and, you know, so. But just in case you wanted to go see Mkchelle perform, I have seen a couple of her videos on YouTube. I've never purchased any of her music, but, you know, if you want to see her perform, you know, she is willing to perform in a wheelchair. Parents of NY, so maybe that's the news, that she's willing to perform in a wheelchair. Parents of NYPD shooting victim Saheed Vassell attend his funeral down the street from where their son was killed. So just, you know, prayers out to like the family and the community and all of us, as, you know, there's the homegoing. I don't even know if they call it a celebration when it's that type of situation. I guess you celebrating the life. And I know everybody don't even use that language, but, you know, I don't know what this dog is staring at in the backyard. It's kind of freaking me out. I think it's a bird. He's looking up. But is it a weird, like, it's, anyway. So just, you know, peace to the family. And I am stopping. Oh, I was going to say I'm stopping because I had the very bad connection there. So I didn't know if you could hear me or not. Okay, so let's keep going. Yeah, just peace, you know, to them and to all of us. Men arrested at Starbucks say they feared for their lives. I bet they did. Black UNT student demands closure of college restaurant after racial slur left. College restaurant. I don't know if you heard the headline. I'm hitting the story. It's probably the worst time to be on YouTube because this is probably when everybody goes live. UNT, so when they supposed to put the ID, like the customer's name, this is another situation where the wait person, we use that term loosely, I guess, put NIGGER instead of person's name. So when they got the Crispy Crunchy Chicken, after dining at Crispy Crunchy Chicken, a University of North Texas student posted a photo of her receipt. I need answers. I don't know if I'm sorry. I just have to read this because it's like, our mean family values, our mean green family Oh, dang. Our mean green family. This is funny to me. I don't know why. I do know why. Our mean green family values respect and prides itself on inclusion. It is completely unacceptable and not who we are as a community. We acted immediately to identify the person responsible, and that person has been terminated. I guess that's good, y'all. I'm so very bad connection. I'm just I don't believe it. I don't trust it. You know, like I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think it's isolated incidences. You know, I don't think it's necessarily like a conspiracy, like all of the people got together. I just think that's like that's the system. Like that's the nature of the system. So, you know, yeah, I kind of feel like, okay, if you say so, I don't believe you. Okay. Iran arrests official after youths dance at a shopping center concert. No, it's buffering bad. I mean, I can see it. Like if I look up, it's like all the time it's red, but it's probably because it's because of what time it is. I think this is like a real hot time to go live on YouTube. So if you want, you know, I'm going to keep recording because that's how I'm going to keep recording because I just use the live to record. So if you want to jump back in and watch the video after it records, I can't see you, but I can hear you. Oh, Lord. I'm going to keep recording this until I can, but just come back and watch the video after I upload it because it's a little bit more, okay, hon. It should be, I think when I've watched it, even when it's buffering, it's okay, you know. So the children, the mall had an event and the people went to the event and, you know, they were dancing and they like, this is not, you know, we don't believe in children dancing, you know, in public or whatever. So. Okay, this is going to make it longer, though, because I'm going to have to keep pausing. Video, Philadelphia police chief apologizes for Starbucks arrest. I failed in a variety of ways. So we talked yesterday about this police chief and a couple other police chiefs who are like, well, the cops are doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's cool for them to be yoking up people or whatever they doing is good. I support them. And this one is like, you know, he's apologized. He said he made a mistake. I didn't really read the story. Today I don't care. Maybe tomorrow I'll be interested, but I'm just kind of like, okay. You know, now it is interesting because my theory is that the police union is about to get in his behind, or, you know, the police, you know how they be doing, turning their backs on people, refusing to, you know how they thuggish type behavior. Some people might describe it like that. But anyway, Beyonce and the Bible, San Francisco church to hold Be-inspired mass. And they're going to talk about, like, Beyonce. I think it's a white church, though, because I think they're trying to help their congregation to understand black people better, particularly black women. But I don't know. Memphis teacher under investigation after dragging 7-year-old school child off the bus by his feet. Off the school bus by his feet. Opinion, Mkchelle isn't a political prisoner, but he needs to advocate for them. So I guess Mkchelle is out here saying he's a political prisoner. I don't really know much about Mkchelle. I think he's like a rapper. I'm not familiar with his lyrics, or I don't know. So I don't know. Like when I think of political prisoners, I think of people who have been locked up because of their political beliefs, because of their agenda, because of the work that they're doing. So I don't know if I would put him in that category or not. But this person who wrote this opinion piece, they say he's not a political prisoner. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I would be surprised. I was surprised. I'm like, a political prisoner, Mkchelle? Unless you think of it in the context of, but I would think of that as like a prisoner of war. Because if you think, oh, well, we've been, you know, been a war waged against us for 300-400 years. And, you know, every black man, every black woman who get locked up, It's probably prisoner of war, you know, I could think, but that's still different from a political prisoner to me. But anyway, Issa Rae wins Peabody Award for Insecure. Philly Starbucks manager who called cops on black men reportedly has a history of targeting non-white customers. Hashtag Black Excellence. Tiffany Haddish covers this year's Times 100 featuring 21 black people. LA Fitness fires 3 employees for racially profiling black member in a viral video. See, I don't know if them getting fired, like I feel like, okay, so they got fired. Now am I happy? Not really. Like I feel like, is the society better? Is the world better? Is the situation for black folks better? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better for them to be fired than not fired. I'm one of them people. It's just hard to satisfy me, or that stuff don't really. I'm not excited. I don't know. I feel like that's the least that could happen. You know, I really feel like somebody needs to string them up and drag them out by their feet, although I haven't seen the video. But I'm just saying, for example, you know, like, you know, because I always think maybe a settlement, I suppose, is a start. I don't know. I always think these people who get fired for stuff like this, that, you know, they immediately, you know, the network of white supremacists clicks in to immediately make sure that they're employed, that their families are well taken care of, that, you know, it don't mean, you know, that they get affirmation for it. Now, I don't know if that's true. That could just be, you know, some conspiracy theory BS. I don't know. But that's what that's what I always figure. They get fired from there. They probably get a promotion. You know, they honor their criminals. You know, you doing, I'm saying God's work, but you know what I'm saying? You doing our work. We, you know, so, yeah. Swaziland king, and I thought this was interesting because, Swaziland king renames country the Kingdom of Eswatini. And he is the king. He's one of the few people in the world who can rename a country, and that's his country. And he's the sovereign leader of the country, and he renamed it. So why they calling it Swaziland in the title? He done told you. That's just like when Muhammad Ali became Muhammad Ali, and they kept wanting to call him CC. He like, my name is Muhammad Ali. Kareem Abdul, whoever. When I said my name is Eswatini. So, you know, we had a right to name ourselves, you know, self-determination. But anyway, so I don't know much about the Kingdom of Eswatini. Oh, dang, I'm supposed to be studying a country every day and bringing the studiation. And now I done forgot already. Useless. I wasn't going to come on today, but I'm like, let me drag my old headache keeper hat. Right. It's our sovereign right to name ourselves. Yes, it is. And that's coming off of the BBC. See, I feel like that's like slick to me. You know, like Cassius Clay renames himself Muhammad Ali. But I don't know. But anyway, Theranos video game stars the reporter who exposed the country. So I don't really know who Theranos is, who exposed the company, not country. I probably said country, but I meant company. I don't really know who he is. But in this game, he said something like the company is stealing or doing something and they're using so-and-so to do it. So in this game, they use this so-and-so to shoot at like his face. You know, it's like his face. You know, it's kind of like this, but like it might be a circle. My mama, circle, 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 my mama, circle. You know, like, and then you shoot. I'm going to name my country, my quarter acre. Yes! Oh, I love that. Yes. And the smallest country is this body right here. You know, our bodies. You know, it's a sovereign land here. You can't be coming over here without, you know, permission, consent, and I name it and call it what it is. So they done made a game with his face and they shooting at him and, you know, making fun of him. And I just thought it was very petty. I'm not really like, I don't think like people are like, oh, I'm very petty. I don't think I'm petty, but it's kind of like, I guess I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, how petty is that? I wonder if he gave them permission for that. Hey, Miss Grace. Oh, I didn't even see you come in and you've been in for a minute. I'm going to invade your country. Hey, Sonia sees. So I don't know. I bet you he didn't give them permission. And they like, I guess it's just kind of like that's their way of saying F you, I don't know. But it was like, that's very petty. I mean, because it take time to like program a game, and then to play it and then to tell people about it or to but anyway, Tennessee withholds thousands. I think it's 250,000, but it just says thousands in the headline. Withholds thousands in funding from Memphis as payback for Confederate statue removal. So there were these Confederate monuments honoring some racist or whoever, whatever. And the people in Memphis or whatever are like, well, we want to take them down. And it's like, well, the rule is it's a park, it's public, you can't do that. And so what they did apparently is they sold the park for like $1,000. And then, that's how they got around. That was like a loophole or a strategy that they used to get around, the situation and take the monuments down. And so now, the state government is punishing Memphis, like, oh, you were supposed to get $250,000 for education. Well, since you took those Confederate statues down, you get $0. Oh, we were just talking about petty. But I mean, it's like petty in terms of like it involves like people's lives, damn squatters. Ooh, I like squatters probably better than colonizers, but squatters are usually like peaceful. But they are some damn fucking squatters. Squatters usually just squat in the place. Usually a squatter don't come into your house while you living there. Be like, okay, I'm coming in your house. You can live over there in that corner. Get out eventually. They something. And you are something too. You are, oh, she cursed. Oops. Oh, yeah, excuse me. And you are something too. You are something special. You is wise, you is kind, you is beautiful. NASA finally has a new administrator. Okay, so I've been looking at we've been talking about these space headlines. The fact that NASA was talking about going into space. We heard that President Zero was talking about we should have like a space army. We talked about the fact that some private like little Cousin Earl who comes to visit and never leaves. Right, but Cousin Earl, you know him. You might have invited him. He might be sort of kind of cool. This is like the person they just walk. You be like, who are you? What? You try to be polite, right? You want some potato chips? I got some potato chips. And then before you know it, your behind ain't got nowhere to live. And they talking about, I saw somebody saying something someplace about, oh, I should have written it down because it was just so shocking to me. It was something about people should go to their homelands. And I'm like, America is not your homeland, sir or madam, or whoever said it. I was just like, we got to be ruthless in our new land. Yeah. I mean, because it's like, I was like, you really? Okay. So NASA. So we've been talking about this whole space thing. It's been coming up in a lot of different ways. Even the fact that some video that had been previously classified is now open to the public. And it shows in a couple of different instances that I heard about, people like in the Navy seeing unidentified flying objects and being like, what is it? What's going on? And so now we find out that NASA has a new administrator that Zero has selected. That's, yay, he's supporting him or whatever. And this person is someone who believes in privatizing space. And I'm like, I should have known all of this. Everybody can't come. Right. Who gonna be the determiner of who come and who don't come? It's like the picnic or, but I'm just saying like in real life, it's not the picnic, but who determines it? Who's like the head? Oh, you. Who gives out the scarlet C? The scarlet letter C. Sonia, you giving them out. Coon! You branding people on their forehead. So he got the so they trying to make money off of space. I designated myself. Hey, you authorized yourself. That's one I love somebody who will authorize themselves. We can't be sitting around waiting for other people to authorize us, give us authority. So that's what's up with the space. They're about to try to make a bunch of money. Senator Tammy Duckworth makes history by taking baby to work. So I guess she's the first senator to have a baby. It's not that many women senators. So I guess she's the first. I mean, some of these men, they ain't had no babies. They ain't never take their babies to work. I guess, they was men. And now she's, but anyway. It seems so weird that in 2018, that's like, she took her baby to work. It's news. I'm just like, no, she's not the first. She's not the first senator to take her baby to work. It's a lie. You should probably think twice about ordering tea or coffee on a plane. They like the water they use to make that tea and coffee will make you sick. It's disgusting. The flight attendants will not drink it. You should not drink it. I didn't know. I'm not like a coffee or tea person. It's a lie. Lies. The lies, the lies, the lies. So don't drink no coffee or tea on the airplane. That's what the people are saying. Is it unethical for websites to mine crypto in the browser background without telling users? Here come this cryptocurrency they talking about, right? I don't know what they talking about. They mine it in the background while you're using your computer. And I skimmed the article and the people are like, yeah, it's unethical because you're not letting the people know that you're doing it. Like, you don't have permission to do it. So get off they daggone browsers mining cryptocurrency. So, yeah. Students at a small college in New York City voted to divest from Israel, and they made a big mistake. I was like, oh, we've been talking about this whole Israel thing in terms of here recently, we're seeing a lot of I'm seeing a lot of stories that are not like positive toward Israel. And I'm like, a school divested from Israel? And we had just been talking about like South Africa and the divestment. And when I went to school, I was like, I remember was all this stuff going on with apartheid, and people were like, divest, divest, divest. And I remember going to like a black student, like a meeting at the Black Student Union, and they were like, you know what they did? We were at a divestment meeting and they served us Coca-Cola. Because we were talking about the fact that they were saying that the companies that refused to divest in South Africa, such as Coca-Cola, are thriving in South Africa. KFC, Coca-Cola, all of these companies that were like, oh no, we're not leaving South Africa, Shell, whatever. So the students were, I was like, they serve Coca-Cola, and I was not sophisticated enough to even know or understand. I'm like, I don't know what it means. And somebody had to explain to me, here we are. They trying to like show us up as being uninformed and make a fool out of us and, play us and kind of test our knowledge. But no, we not to be tested. They gonna divest. So anyway, it turns out that this school, this small college in New York that divested from Israel, and I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. It's the college I went to. It's Barnard College. And the person who wrote the article also went to Barnard. She's like, it's a mistake. It's awful. It was like her piece was like a whole Israel piece. But what was fascinating to me about the whole thing is the fact that it's like the tide, I think, is turning on Israel. Like, I don't know what's going on at Barnard. Sometimes they'll send you little notes and stuff like, oh, they're trying to unionize or whatever. I didn't know any of this was going on. But it's just like when with the whole South Africa thing, it was like a whole process, like the tide turned, So I guess the tide is turning on Israel, and we saw it happen right here on Notes on the Newsfeed. But she's like, the person who wrote the article is like, well, Israel it takes care of its minorities or something. I don't know. I was just like, ooh, about the whole article. Folks aren't pleased about the praise Barbara Bush is receiving after her death. I was taught, I don't know if I was taught, but I heard and I kind of believe it. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I didn't even really, yes, exactly. We do know that. And those people and it's another situation of, you know, coming into somebody's home and, you know, y'all move over here. You can't come. Look, I'm coming into where you living, and I'm telling you to move over here and where you can come and where you can't come and how you can move and how you can't move. And if you don't move the way I tell you to move, then I'm going to shoot and kill you behind or whatever. And now this is my home. I don't care about no deed. I don't care how long you've been living. I said that because this is my house, because I say that my people used to live here. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so much. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But what was really funny about this article is that there is somebody on Twitter who is out there who's like, they are white and we are the Israelites. There's somebody on Twitter who's like, she called Barbara Bush an amazing racist who raised a war criminal. And she went on to say she was just out here, I don't want to say clowning, but she's a tenured professor. She makes I don't know why they told us what her salary was. And it was interesting. I've never heard the term tenured lecturer, because usually a lecturer is someone who is not tenured, who is like a temporary worker. Usually they refer to them as a lecturer. Someone who is tenured, you refer to them as a professor. I mean, at least when I was around people who were in academia. So I feel like it was kind of insulting for them to call her a tenured instructor. That was kind of weird. I was kind of like, what's up? Fuck out of here. I mean, get out of here with your nice words. Either you are against these pieces of SHIT and their genocidal ways, or you are part of the problem. That's actually how simple it is. I'm happy the witch is dead. Can't wait for the rest of her family to fall to their demise in the way that 1.5 million Iraqis have. I'm like, well, don't hold back. Go on and say what you mean. I don't think you should filter yourself. So she's on, they done took her out. They haven't fired her. And I don't know if they can fire her as a tenured professor. She's not tenured track. She's a tenured professor. I don't know if they can fire her. But they put her on leave and they like now, right. I didn't even know that people were, I heard somebody say, I was listening to something, they were like, a lot of black people are upset that Barbara Bush is dead. I'm like, really? Who? I didn't, but I mean, I heard she had made her transition. Yes, I don't know. Fresno State President Joseph Castro issued a statement. It's about time somebody told the truth. Issued a statement. He basically like, you know, just because you tenure, you can't say everything. But I hope that, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah. Judge mostly dismisses Uber lawsuit over its Hail program. So Uber has some kind of program called Hail. And what they did is they had a way of figuring out if you drove for Uber and you also drove for Lyft, they would like target you. But what they would target you with, right? I mean, somebody, when I was talking to him today, they were like, I thought he was already dead. I'm like, I don't think that. He's the one that's in the wheelchair that was grabbing women by their behinds, right? I don't think yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, cause she's dead. So they would target the people who were both Uber and Lyft drivers, and they would be like, Uber would be like, oh, I got an extra special deal with you. To me, the way I read the article, it seemed like it was a benefit. I mean, it may be extreme because she is dead. Oh, but are you saying that he may make his transition quick because she made her transition? Because a lot of times that's what will happen with married couples, especially men. It seems like men are more likely to die when their wives die shortly thereafter than women are. But a lot of times couples will transition around the same time. But it seemed like Uber was like targeting the Lyft people to try to get them to leave Uber alone. So I don't know if once they left Uber alone, then they like pay them less, because people are saying they lost money. Oh, you talking about the statement made about her. Oh, that it's extreme because she's dead. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's like a time, like that's why I'm not really going to say anything. I guess one, because I don't know much about her, don't care much about her. But I feel like somebody who's been dead 400 years, is it rude to say, you know, that they were a piece of boo-boo? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's probably insensitive. Like, I don't think I would go to, you know, somebody's funeral and be like, I can't stand them. I probably just wouldn't go to their funeral, you know? But, I just didn't have any, you know, and somebody was like, rest in peace. And I'm kind of like, I don't know, you know, if that's what I'm just not going to make any comment, you know? So the judge is like, you know, didn't close the door on the lawsuit, but they basically like, you got to come back to court. But it seems kind of like, it kind of makes it harder for like the little person if you have to keep coming to court, because that costs you money, you know, and the big corporations, they have more resources for like, you know, dragging stuff out. Yesterday, I had 40 ounces of water. I had 7 servings of fruits and vegetables. I had 4 in my, the spouses die within a week or 2 of each other. Yeah. I mean, and that is a long time. I mean, I'm like, aside from them personally, I mean, a couple that's been married 70 years, can you imagine the ups and the downs and the things that they have been through as a couple? You know, the good times and the bad times and the 70 years, that's a long time. That's a long time. Because I know somebody who's been married for 50 years, and I just think that's like, I just think that's awesome. But she don't seem all that enthusiastic. But she might just be like, you know how you have up times and down times? She might be in a downtime right now. I don't know. Yeah. I had 4 servings of my fruits and vegetables in my smoothie with 3 servings of dates and 1 serving of coconut. I told y'all I got these frozen coconuts from Trader Joe's. It's like just hunks. Married for over 50 years. Oh, that's beautiful to me. I mean, I hope they're happily married. But, you know, I just figure marriage is up and down. Happy some days, not happy, you know. So, that's awesome. I think that's awesome. I get this frozen coconut, and it's just like hunks of like little squares of coconut, and I am really enjoying them. I've been doing some seeds that I soak overnight with the coconut and some dates, and it's just got a really nice flavor. Like if I had, sometimes I'll prepare stuff, and I'm like, ooh, this would be really, like I can think of how, but it makes a really nice milk. I don't drink it strained, but I think it would be really nice strained. You know, like the flavor, it's just, it's really nice. I enjoy it. 2 servings of roasted broccoli, green beans, and Brussels sprouts, and 1 apple. That's my food report. What good things did you eat yesterday? Did you walk? I did a walk yesterday, about 40 minutes, maybe 30, 40 minutes. It was relatively short. So dropping down in the comments, share how you just showed some love to yourself yesterday, today. You know what's going on. W. Camus Bell on Starbucks incident. We have to stop pretending this is about one coffee shop. He told a story, and I don't know if y'all know who he is. He's like a comedian, and I've heard him a couple times. He's not really my cup of tea. He's married to a white woman. He told a story about coming to meet his wife and daughter at a coffee shop, and the people saying, why are you harassing that woman and child? And ma'am, do you want us to get rid of him? You know? And he's like, hey, babe, you know, and they were about to like beat him down. And I kind of feel like, well, sir, you know, that's what you get for being married to a white woman. That was kind of my first thought, like, see, you see? But then I'm kind of like, well, dang, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like there is actually 2 separate issues that are conflated. I feel like whoever he's with or dating or dealing with, hey, what's up, Gemini X? He's a coon. Mentioned his white wife 5 times. That's all he cares about. His Becky. I don't know if that's true or not. But I feel like it's conflated. Like, you know, the dealing with white people and the mistreatment of black folks, or I don't even know if mistreatment is the word, but you know, the attack, the harassment, the, you know, just the bullish stuff that we have to deal with. So like with Stefan, like, you know, who's made his transition, I feel like the fact that that child was shot down the way that he was shot down is, to me, totally separate from whoever he was dating or not dating, or how he attacked or didn't attack black women. You can tell if someone is part of a couple. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because maybe in some people's eyes they can't. Maybe if it's like a black man, I don't really know how. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Oh, you said you haven't heard the story. Yeah. I mean, and you know, like, I feel like I've met up with my husband, or, you know, man or whatever, and pretended like I didn't know him, and, you know, just being funny or silly, or, you know, hey, you know, we, like, you know, you play that game, like, so maybe he was just like, hey, you know, I don't know. But I feel like it's two separate things, blah, blah, blah. Texas home explodes after vehicle crashes into it. Newspaper publisher says it dropped the ball after publishing a piece suggesting black men need a curfew. Say Her Name, Sandra Bland documentary to debut at Tribeca. Wow. Who's doing the Sandra Bland documentary? Tribeca Film Festival, probably in New York. It's probably, I don't know when Tribeca is. But it's something, you know, it's kind of like, I kind of have some feelings, like, it's kind of like, wow. You know, I just feel like really sad, you know, when I think about, you know, how she made her transition, you know, about, oh, the curfew, girl, yeah, that's a whole conversation. When I think about how she made her transition and being alone like that, and, you know, oh, I got a new job and I'm excited and I'm driving to my new job, and, you know, I imagine, you know, like, you driving by yourself and you like thinking about like planning and visualizing and excited, and, you know, it's like, it's a new life, it's like a new start, and like, you know what I mean? And then you have this encounter, you don't think it's gonna lead to anything, it escalates, and it's like, what in the world? And then you just, you know, like, it's just like, so I don't know if I want to see the documentary. I don't even know if I could. I don't know. And then the whole newspaper publisher says they dropped the ball after publishing. That's another sorry, not sorry. Like, I don't believe that. I don't want to hear that. Shut up. Just shut up. I got a very bad connection. Just shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything to me. You know, just shut up. Stop talking to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't believe it. It's not true. It's not credible. Nothing that you say is credible. None of y'all can't say anything to me that's credible. Just show me. Do something. There's nothing for you. Yeah. I mean, and there's nothing to show me, because your act, you already showed me. You showed me again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again and again. I'm going to get it through my thick head one day. Hashtag replace Starbucks. Black-owned coffee shops nationwide see spike in business. Kansas militia, and I don't feel like we should wait until somebody do something jacked up to support black businesses. I feel like we should actively be out here seeking and supporting and trying and retrying again and testing out and looking for and, you know, supporting and trying again and testing. I mean, you know, repeat. You know what I mean? Investing in, opening, all of that. Kansas militiamen guilty of plot to bomb. Right. Now, first, now, always. Support black businesses. Support yourself. Let's love us. Let's love us. Let us proceed. Let's continue. Let's kick it up a notch. They used to say, well, anyway, I don't even want to get into it, because I Okay. Kansas militiamen guilty of plot to bomb Somali mosque. I was surprised that they found the people guilty, that they found the people who were, I thought the white militia just did whatever they want to do. I don't know why they white Aryan Brotherhood done kicked them out to be found guilty of being white Aryans. What's up with the white Aryan nation? The Klan don't want them no more. Why? I don't know. That story is suspicious to me. See, it's like you just can't satisfy me. That don't say. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what's the real story? What's really going on? The music legend who drives a taxi. I don't know what country he's from, but he composes in his taxi. Utah man shot and killed while complying with police commands to show his hands. So they, I don't know if they're chasing the man or what the situation is. They like, you know, put your hands up. Right. I feel like not only do immigrants think that, you know, if they behave well and if they do the right things, then, you know, they're safe. I think a lot of us believe that as well. Like, that's the propaganda. You know, pull your pants up, you know, keep your hair, you know, be presentable, you know, speak well, be articulate, you know, go to school, get a good education, have a good job, drive a good car, live in a good neighborhood, you know, and they still, that you ain't, you an NIGGER. I mean, that they so the man in Utah, I from what I remember, from what I recall, they were doesn't change. They were chasing after him. He stopped or whatever. They told him, put your hands up, show your hands. He you know, showed one hand, and then they like, show your other hand, and he showed the other hand. And they say that he was showing his hand so suddenly that they got afraid and had to kill him. Hey, love like the sun. And I think that he had some kind of, I don't think it was a knife. It seems like it was some sort of modified something in his pocket, which is probably, you know, why he was running, why he didn't want it to, you know. I mean, it's like when you see him, it's just, I don't like to see him. I don't like to be anywhere around him. If I see something going on, I'm trying to go the other way. I'm not curious. I don't, you know, I don't want to be an accidental bystander. I don't want to have no interaction, you know, with them. I don't, you know. Manhattan nanny Yoselin Ortega guilty of murdering children. So the mama came home with one of the babies, and the woman done killed two of the babies. That's all I got. But rest in peace to the children and to the family. And, you know, it sounds like, you know, she was saying she was like, I feel like obviously something is not right, you know, when we out here, you know, killing babies or children, you know. I think they were like under 3. I think they were babies, you know, like little kids. It's, yeah. McDonald's worker fired after slapping belligerent customer receives 6 new job offers. 6 new job offers. I didn't see the footage. And they say the footage picked up after, I don't know what the customer did. I don't know. But I think she slapped him, and then she got fired. And now she's gotten 6 new job offers. I think it's a woman. It doesn't say it in the headline, but I skimmed the article. But that was probably last night or something. So now that's how I imagine it goes down for the white, the colonizers, the squatters, the heathens, the I don't know, but you know that, you know, they get fired. Oh, you're so awful and racist, we got to fire you. And then all of the, you know, people gather around them, and they have multiple job offers and promotions and stuff. Or, you know, not a promotion. Demons. Oh, demons. That might be the word. Yeah. And then not only do they do this, like, it's like these people out here doing the most, and then they the first ones to cry. Oh, I was just, And it's like, girl, you know, I didn't see the video. I don't, yeah, but, so that's all I got. That's this edition of Notes on the News. Thank you for stopping by and sharing time with me and with us. We could have been anywhere in the world. It is not an accident that we're all here, right now with each other. It's like God. And I appreciate it so much. What are you looking forward to? Anything exciting coming up? Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Are we looking forward to anything? I didn't watch Married at First Sight yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Good night. We'll tune in again. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, next time you come prepared with some new and good news and with some befabulousyou@gmail.com. BEFABULOUSYOU. Oh, I think it's like my channel name at gmail.com. Yeah, befabulousyou@gmail.com. You know, come prepared to, you know, because we got to keep each other encouraged and uplifted and seeing the truth in the light. And having some things to look forward to and some things we're excited about. But today is the best day ever. You are the greatest. You are the #1 stunner. So be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Woo! Yeah, but you know you can watch it on replay. Even though I do it live, I was trying to say earlier, I just do that because that's the easy way for me to record. I don't have to worry about memory. But, you know, it could... I mean, although now that I've been doing it, I do like chit-chatting. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. I don't have a time. I should be like, it's 6 o'clock news. But I think this time is like the worst time. Because I think that it's popping on these YouTube streets right about now. Yeah, I don't have a time, so that's what, you know. But yeah, oh, that reminds me, turn your notifications on, because then when I do go live, you may be able to like pop on the line and like you get an email. You know, people who I get notifications for, I know when they go live. I like the spontaneous news. Well, there you go. Is when I get a chance. All right. Peace. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous, yo. Peace. Oh, it didn't go off? Let's try again.